Hello, my name is Isla Colley and I'm folk art curator here at Compton Verney. I'm a light-skinned biracial woman with short black hair in a bob and I'm wearing a light green shirt. The exhibition begins in our entrance hall where you're greeted by a fantastic patchwork cloak, really colourful artwork by the artist Rita Keegan and her network. And then upstairs on the first floor, the exhibition continues over 4 consecutive rooms. And as you move through the exhibition, each room has a different feeling and explores a different aspect to Queen's work and the elements of her life that may have informed it. Elizabeth Allen conjured her artwork from things like cushion covers and curtains, and this exhibition explores the power of a patchwork approach by drawing on works by other modern and contemporary artists who are kind of scavenger-like and assemble visions out of found objects and scraps of things like photographs, photocopies, clothing, furniture, but also the intangible things like folklore, news, and snippets of scripture. Allen's beliefs and visions are deeply informed by her life experiences growing up as a working class woman at the beginning of the 20th century, and also as a disabled person. Many of her artworks show Allen with her cane and also raised shoe on her right foot. Allen adopted the name Queen later in life, so even as a child she had this enormous character. She had a kind of grandiosity about her which her family teased her about, and she hated the name Elizabeth and Liz and asked to be called Queen because she said she was just as much a queen as Elizabeth I. Later in life, Queen came to live in a cabin in the forest in Biggin Hill, which was found on the end of a steep, muddy track in between trees and had kind of nettles and brambles growing up outside of it. And due to her limited mobility at the end of her life, Queen lived in just one room of that cabin, and she had a sheet over the ceiling to protect her eyes from the light. And in that cabin, her and Bridget, who was a young art student who came to live with her during the last 3 years of her life, would spend time together listening to the radio while Queen made her artworks on her lap on her big green sofa bed. As we were exploring and learning more about Elizabeth Allen, I was thinking more and more about her working from home and how this impacted the works that she was creating. And it seemed quite serendipitous that Disability Arts in Shropshire were just about to launch their programme of home-based situated practice. So it was an incredible opportunity to collaborate and explore what home-based practice means today in relation to Allen's work, and work with a contemporary artist responding to the themes of Allen's work.
Home-based situated practice, or HBSP for short, is a residency and commissioning programme and peer support network to nurture, mentor and platform artists who work from the home or a space nearby to the home. I'm Lucy Mounfield. I'm a white woman in her early 30s. I have short red hair with square tortoiseshell and green glasses. I'm wearing a white and black patterned shirt with gold buttons. I'm the creative producer at Disability Arts in Shropshire, DASH. DASH is a disabled-led visual arts charity that works with disabled, deaf and neurodivergent artists, arts workers and audiences. DASH, in partnership with Compton Verney, hosted Shropshire-based artist Grace Curry for a 1-month-long remote residency.
It was fantastic to work with the artist Grace Curry as part of the home-based situated practice residency, to go on studio visits and see the artist working with their large-scale paintings. And the film that you see in the gallery, Potions for My Animated Life, shows Grace playing with her paintings and animating them in a new form in film work.
In this exhibition, I can really see a comparison between Grace and Queen, and how they explored what it meant to have a home-based practice. Grace often says that a studio nearby to her home has given her the freedom to explore what it is to be an artist, to feel a sense that you can take control of your own practice.
Grace's film has been a real hit with visitors to the exhibition. And here at Compton Verney, we've been thinking more expansively about exhibitions in relation to this collaboration with DASH. Alan herself wasn't able to come and see her works in her exhibitions. She had very low mobility at the end of her life, so wasn't able to see the works in the gallery spaces. So it's been really interesting to think about how we bring the exhibition to wider audiences and how we share this process with people in a more inclusive way, and think about home-based situated practice as part of the way that we make exhibitions too.
DASH and the Home-Based Situated Practice programme recognise that the home is an important site of creative life, and we will continue to make sure that we support artists who work from the home, and that this is recognised by not only remote organisations like DASH, but physical in-person bricks and mortar galleries.